How's it going, everyone? This is your host Frank, and today we're gonna be playing some Madden 16. This is gonna be our first season opener game. This is our debut game. This is where we find out what we are made of. Right now, we're gonna be playing as that quick and agile slot receiver. They're going to be using us in both the kick return game and the punt return games. Though those two dimensions of the game are also going to be included as one of our strengths. Right now, we're going to be trying to, get that first drive of the season work for us. We're going to try to march down the field and come up with some points. At the end of the day, this is why I was brought into the team. I am a very good complement to my counterpart over at the other side of the field. Jeremy Macklin is that big, physical wide receiver that can just make amazing catches, grab those balls off, pluck them from the sky, and bring him down and into the end zone. Me as a complement, I am supposed to be that quick receiver that can get into the inside of the field, as opposed to him making plays in the outer edges of that field. And once being in the inside, I'm either supposed to be one or two things. I'm supposed to be physical and just fight for those yards after the catch, or I am supposed to be quick and agile and just shake players off for those yards after the catch. So either way, we're gonna have to be able to come up with production after the catch. So look for that in this particular career. I can also tell you that this is in all Madden. I always speak about the difficulty when I start something, and I can guarantee you that almost for 100% of the time, I'm always going to be playing games at their highest difficulty. So right here, also one of the things that I want to establish in this particular career is going to be the run game. You know, because of the play action right here, I'm gonna try to see if I can come up with something very early in the game, and I'm not able. I mean, that pass was just horrible. I think I had a very good shot at the end zone. Had he thrown it to the end zone, but he didn't actually. So no matter, we're just gonna continue with what we are supposed to do. And we right here, I'm actually gonna try that quick in route that I was talking about earlier. If we can establish this as our main strength, we're gonna be good for the rest of the season. Right here, you see actually, I was not able to take more yards after the catch. That guy was pretty good at stopping us. But right there, that is gonna be how the season of 1,000 yards begins. With one reception. I already set up a goal for myself. I as the second option, as the second wide receiver, as the second string, I do want to be able to still come up with 1,000 yards receiving. That's a very ambitious goal, for it to be on Madden, on all Madden rather, and for me to be the second string receiver. I think the combination of those two factors, uh, you know, are gonna make it a little bit tough to get there. But I'm always hoping for those challenges. I always look forward to putting challenges for myself. I hope that flag is for the defense. You know, I think we did everything right. I don't think it was a holding. Never mind. It was a holding by our offensive line. We're gonna try to reduce mistakes. On my part. Although this is a new game and I'm still getting used to the new mechanics, or at least they feel a little bit different. They're not completely new, but they do feel a little bit different here and there. There's a few tweaks that they made that make it so that it feels a little different from the previous Madden game. And right there, that's just a great catch for a lot of yards, and we needed that. And we just want to be able to participate in these marches down the field, and we also want to be able to be, you know, a target for Alex Smith right here in the end zone. And right there, I think I had a pretty honest shot at the end zone right there, but no matter, we still get some yards, and we are closer to the promised land than we were before. Right here, I was trying to beat the clock right there before the end of the first quarter, but I was not able to do so. Talking about the quarter length and the time, you're gonna see right here that actually the I have set it up so that each quarter is only 3 minutes. So three times the four quarters, 12 minutes per match. At least that's on paper, but on in reality, it's gonna be much less. The reason behind it is because I want to keep my video short, but at the same time, I want to be able to include everything so that you see everything that's happening, so that you can see every facet of this new Madden game happen before you guys. Uh, you know, if you're thinking about getting the game, you're gonna have a very good look at it through my videos. If you're wanting to play, in a different way, you're gonna be seeing this here, and you're gonna be seeing and right there I have to comment that was a very good touchdown by my teammate Jeremy Macklin. As I was telling you, he's just a beast. When he can get it going, he's definitely something to be reckoned with, and that's what we want to be able to say about ourselves too. So right here, this is our first punt return. We're gonna try to see if we can make something out of this one. As I commented earlier, and this is a very good kick. I should have returned this one. There's three guys already there. Facing me. I had to go for the touchback. There's no point on risking too much. But as I was saying, that kick return and punt return games, or other aspects of the game are going to be something that we're going to be focusing on. And right there, that was a beautiful throw and a beautiful catch and a beautiful, uh, you know, he just, wow. I thought it was Jeremy Macklin. I was about to say Jeremy Macklin, but no, that's number 17. I can't quite see who that is, but he's fast. I mean, to be able to leave one, two, three defenders behind you. I mean, two of them were back linebackers, but the cornerback was the one that was supposed to be able to keep up with him, and no way he was gonna do so. And right here, this is our second attempt at a punt return, or actually, technically our first. The first one we went for the touchback, and but right here, this is a very good field position, and I'm gonna risk it. Whatever it lands, I'm just gonna risk it. Let me see. I'm gonna go to right. Nope. Ah, I thought I was gonna be able to go to right, but that guy, was too close. I'm still getting used to this game, so I'm gonna see what things I can use in my favor and what things, um, you know, the AI has on its favor. So I can already tell you guys that, especially in all Madden, the AI is pretty twitchy. It reacts quickly. I'm not able to really establish that in routes as easily as I thought I was gonna be. Uh, but you guys know me. I'm gonna keep trying. I'm trying harder every time until I get it. So right there, that's a very good QB sneak. We're just trying to beat the clock right here before the first half is over. We want to be able to come up with points. Although we are 14 up nothing against the Houston Texans in the opener, we still want more. That's gonna be my motto: more, more, more. That's gonna be holding true for yards, touchdowns, punt returns, kick returns, whatever you name it. And right here, we're gonna try to see. Ah, that was a horrible mistake by me. I would like to say that I was heavily underthrown, but I don't think that should be an excuse, because I should be able to compensate in the fly and be able to come up with those catches. So right there, that's something we need to improve on, and I'm gonna be keeping my eye on on that aspect of the game. It's being able to connect, or rather being able to pull those balls from the air on the skinny post. And right here, there's no way he's gonna tackle us. That was our first touchdown of our career, and as no surprise, it comes from our quickness, on our speed, on our agility. Right there, you see me cutting those guys and just shaking them off. And that guy just looked silly. The punter, he wasn't gonna make the play. There's no way I would let a punter make the play on me. Yeah, right there, that was 73 yards, if I'm right, if I saw that right. And look, we have another try. Let's see if we can replicate that return from just now. Uh, Let me see. Well, I don't see much, but that guy 39, he just came out of nowhere. I thought I had that left part of the field open for me, but no. 39 caught up to us pretty soon. But going back to that previous punt return, the one where I scored, I was saying that, I liked it. I'm not going to lie. I didn't think I was going to be scoring a punt return for a touchdown on my first game on the opener. If anything, I thought that my first touchdown was going to come from a reception, not from a punt return. So I'm very proud about that. This is the very first punt I ever returned for a touchdown in Madden 16. And I'm not just going to, I'm looking for more. And right there, this is a catch. Oh no, I dropped it. I didn't think I was going to drop it. Oh boy, I'm telling you, this deep routes are just giving me huge trouble. I need to improve on this. I cannot be making these types of mistakes. I already costed our QB an interception and a touchdown right here, because had I caught that, in the right position with the right distance from that defensive back, I think I would have been able to take it to the house. But I just exposed myself too much by jumping in the air and getting that. That it was no wonder I dropped the ball. It was a pretty tough hit. I mean, I'm not making excuses because you guys know me. I don't like excuses, but I do have to really dissect those plays, those mistakes, because if I ever want to get better, I have to be able to see what is it that I am doing wrong. And trust me, I will work on it and I'll improve. This is what this is all about. This is why we're rookies. And yeah, we're gonna be taking this to the house right here. Boom! Wow, that was a great route. That was great spacing. That defensive back was not gonna catch up to me once I had that space going. That was it right there. You see it. I got that space, then the reception, and I had green all in front of me. No opponents between me and that end zone. And I don't think if there was one or two, I don't think there would have been a difference. I would have, juked, spin moved, whatever I had to do. I had to find my way to the end zone. And I think we're doing very good for our first game, for our opener, for our season opener. I think we're gonna make at the end of the right there. This is a vital first and goal right here. I'm glad I was able to come up with that quick cut inside, get the ball, get the reception, and keep it. I'm glad I didn't drop the ball. So I think that at the end of the season, if we keep it up, we're gonna be making a very strong case for rookie of the season. And of course, we want all those trophies, we want all those awards, we want that wide receiver of the year. And if I really want to be ambitious, I would also throw in the most valuable player of the year. Although that's gonna go to QB one way or another. I think those are the only guys that really have a true, honest shot at that award, the MVP. But we're gonna do as much as we can so that we can make our case for it as well. You never know. With the right amount of effort, you never know what can happen. Um, but in order for us to become that, worthy of those types of awards, we're gonna have to be able to come up with those receptions in the deep passes. Right here, we're gonna go to what we know is gonna give us some success. This in route. Right here, we got that spacing. We're opened, and I don't think he threw it at me. He threw it so behind me that just didn't make sense. If that pass was indeed for me, it was a horrible throw. If that was for someone else, it was a horrible choice. Not that I'm trying to bad talk my own teammate, because that is not what I'm about. But right here, we're gonna try to see if we can get something going in the kick return game. We haven't been given a lot of chances because our defense is just doing so well. 28-7. They have been able to keep the Houston Texans to 7 points. Not that they are a very good team, but they are they're a very solid team. They have a lot of talent. my counterpart, wide receiver. I always forget the wide receiver for the Houston Texans. It was oh boy, I'm having such a hard time. I'll remember by the next episode. But right here, we're able to come up with the win, and that is what we cared about. This is what we came from. This is why we were drafted, to help our team come up with wins. So this is it for now. Come and join me for the second season game. And this is your host, Frank, signing out. I'll see you in the next one.